to invite you to quiet down a little bit. And I'd like to make a few toasts. So charge your glasses if you've got one. You know there's that Joni Mitchell song that says, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. I don't know about the rest of you, but in the last few weeks I've really noticed how beautiful this valley is. Have you all noticed it a little bit differently?
Oh my word!
Yeah. When you feel as though your surroundings are threatened, it really helps you appreciate how beautiful they are. And I've found myself sort of walking around and really appreciating the hills and the trees, and going out and sitting and looking at the creek and hoping to see a platypus and all those sort of things. And also sort of noticing the things that I've done to my place, you know, the trees that I've planted and things like that, and you realise how precious they are, don't you? And I guess we all had quite a fright. I certainly had a fright to think that we might lose all of that. And I'd like to propose a toast, for those of you who've got a drink ready, to the Austinville Valley, to the Muntrabark Creek, and all who live here. And I'd also like to propose a few other toasts to all the people here who worked so hard in the last few weeks to preserve what we've got. There's too many to mention everybody, but Di Solano has been a real brick, I can tell you. She's always been there, offering to help.
Are you recording?
She's put in countless hours doing one thing or another. That's an E. And Tony Tony Solano has done some great work with the sign writing. You can see it all over the place. Up on the tree. It's always nice to come home and you look up on the tree and there's a sign from Tony. He's sort of done it really properly.
Where are you, Tony? Go on, come on.
If I'd been a bit more organised, I would have had prizes to give, I think. And then there was, I don't know, is Ken Michelle here?
No.
Yeah. Well, I hope Ken heard about all this because he put in a load of work. I think the rest of us, we were all pretty impressed with the amount of work that Ken put in. Do you remember that last meeting we had and he got all the facts and the figures? He sort of freaked me a little bit when he gave us a choice between we either spend $5 million and find out all the facts, or we spend nothing and wait and see what happens. I think we had to think pretty hard about that decision, but it was pretty valuable. And then there was Bill Burke and Ron McConnell who did the lobbying and all that stuff.
The spy work.
The spy work. I don't know whether it's spy work or not, but I think that was pretty useful. I think it established that was the first runs on the board up in Brisbane. People started to hear there's trouble down the valley. Watch out. And I think that was pretty helpful. And then there was John Nielsen who led the media campaign, and I think that was pretty impressive. Every other day there'd be something on the paper or on the radio, and I thought it was all really professional. Thank you very much, John. And our unexpected media star, Desley Rayner. Is Desley here?
No.
No. Well, I thought one of the comments of the campaign was that featured in the paper. It said by Desley. She said, "We had this meeting and we decided there wasn't going to be a dam." That was just spot on. I think that was really right, but at the same time, I would never have had the nerve to say that. So, pass on to Desley the special congratulations as media star of the campaign. And then there was the group that I think probably could have. Kathy Kirkpatrick and the Letterbox Droppers. It sounds like a kind of strip club show, doesn't it? But they were there and they went running around with spurious bits of paper and driving up drives, and every now and then I'd meet one of these letterbox droppers, like Lynn Budworth came back one day. She said, "There are places in this valley you would not believe." After she'd done a long day's dropping. And that was really valuable. I had a little list, I've probably forgotten something. This is the band's money here. They keep saying to me, "Have you got enough yet?" No. Who are yeah. Barry Hinds. Barry, did you have to do anything about the telephone tree?
No.
Yeah. Did it work? I was often at the beginning of that, and I'd sort of pick up the phone, I'd say, "Send a message to the whole valley," and you'd have this amazing sense of power. You know, you could just ring up one number, and everybody in the valley would know, in theory, within minutes. I don't know if it ever happened. Yeah, but thanks, Barry, for offering to do that thing that yeah. And the Spillers and the tribe, who managed to put together 1,600 signatures on a petition in about a week. I think that was a pretty good show too. In fact, Liz, where's Liz? Liz, come out, where are you?
I'll be here later on.
Right. My wife Liz got a phone call from somebody from Casey's ministry. I got a phone call from the Water Resources Department. I mentioned that in the newsletter that I put out recently. I expect most of you read that. But Liz got another one a few days later from Casey's department, and he said, "Look, we can't make this official, you understand, but of course, actually, Austinville's off the list now, and do you think you could please stop those people writing all those letters? Help! You know, they're obviously being flooded by all the letters that everybody is sending in." And I got a very, the water resources bloke, Puller, said to me he was really moved by a lot of the letters, and particularly the fact that they were individual. I think a lot of campaigns like this, they write one letter and they photocopy it and then everybody signs it and they send it all in. Well, they got, this is on Thursday, they had 100. Each of the people had got 100. And by whenever it was, Monday or Tuesday, they were clearly overkill. And that's why they asked us to stop. But they were very impressed with the fact that they were individually written. He says, I could tell that they had a few ideas in common, but they were all still pretty individual. And I really think that all those people who cared enough to send a letter in did a really good job.
Yeah, that goes to the people.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess other people have got a few war stories. I've really enjoyed the last month. It's one of the best, as long as you win, it's one of the best things that can happen, isn't it? It pulls us all together. A lot of people who didn't know each other, and suddenly we're all here and on the same side and stuff like that. I have two ambitions out of this, and one is that we can somehow preserve and enlarge upon the sense of community spirit that I've felt in the last few weeks. And I don't know if the rest of you feel the same way, but I've really enjoyed the feeling that a lot of neighbours have become friends, neighbours that I didn't even know. And I hope, they say that adversity pulls people together. I hope we don't need adversity in order to stay together. If it looks like we do, I'm going to announce there's a nuclear power station being put in the valley or something, and that'll probably sort things out. Do people have any ideas about how we can do that? There have been a few suggestions, but I'd really like to hear from anybody who wants to make any more suggestions.
Have an evening like this occasionally, once every couple of months.
Once every couple of months we could have a kind of a valley party of some sort, a dance, yeah. Right, I think that's a great idea.